Are you ready to anger your family, friends, and co-workers?
I don't understand the question.
Well, buckle up, because it's time for Cards with Esther and Rachel, a podcast for horrible people. And now, here's Esther and Rachel.
Do I have any upper body strength? No. Do I know how to twerk? No.
Real life shit. Like, if we could all just twerk and have upper body strength and be strippers.
I mean, I'm contemplating it. Contemplating a career change. Because I actually am pretty strong upper body-wise. Nate once told me I punch like a dude. That's actually, we were at a FRG meeting, and they asked, what's one unexpected thing about your spouse? And he said, my wife punches like a dude. And I was like, well,
that's right.
That's going over really well. Domestic abuse, everyone.
If you know what's good for you.
It is what it is. Don't come for me unless I call for you,
exactly.
I guess. Get handled.
Punch your ass like a man.
I guess. Trying to be all ladylike, break a nail. Ow. Right. Don't get it twisted. I'm terrible.
All right. This week, our cards are things you think about, or things you think, but you shouldn't say aloud. Would you get a lot of enjoyment from being a member of the opposite sex for a day?
Yes.
And things that are accomplished easier with alcohol.
Everything.
Yeah, for real.
Ever.
Ever.
Except for driving, obviously. We frown upon that. That's why you get an Uber or a taxi. Yeah, not at all.
No.
What do you want to start with?
What do you want to start with? You want to start with the alcohol one, or you want to start?
I mean, I don't know. I think, honestly, I could probably start with the enjoyment of being a member of the opposite sex. Only because I've thought about this after popping out 3 kids in a row.
Yeah.
And I would use it as a threat. Like, I can't wait. In my next life, I'm going to come back as the dude, and I'm going to have you barefoot in the kitchen, popping out 6 kids in a row, and I'm going to piss in the snow and write my name in it. And he's just, like, looking at me like I'm insane. But he doesn't realize, like, I have all of these plans.
I'm for real. I'm
like,
for real gonna piss.
Have you never picked out? Like, I seriously had this conversation probably at least once a month about what I would do if I was a dude. Like, I have the whole day planned.
Okay,
do you not have the day planned?
Walk us through your day.
Well, of course, I'm going to jerk off a few times. And I'm also going to, like, make the different shapes with my balls because that's apparently a thing. Right. We've talked about this. Like, you stretch your ball skin to make different shapes of things. I'm going to go pee outside and not piss all over my clothes. Because, yes, I realize girls can pee outside, but I am a terrible outside peer. I'm one of those, I have to get completely naked to pee outside in order to not pee on my clothes.
Stay true.
And typically my watch out person, it always fails me. So I end up mooning everyone and their brother and sister with my great white ass. It's not great because it looks good. It's great because it's huge. That's what I mean. It's like a giant moon. So, so I would definitely pee outside. I'm going to go basically make sure I go sleep with some people because I need to know what that feels like from the opposite. Like. Right? Well, I need to be specific. Like, at what age I'm coming back. Obviously, I'm not going to want to come back at like an 80-year-old or a 12-year-old. So I'm going to need to come back. I'm going to come back. Yeah.
Is that prime? I would think that's prime because like that dude's kind of had
clearly because they've raised like the ages of like drinking and all of those other things. So like 25 is a good age. I can rent a car if I need to, like a really good car.
Exactly.
Like just for one day.
Just for one day, I blow it.
Like exactly, so I can get blowed. Like I mean, 100%. I'm gonna go do some push-ups like that guys do before they go out and like go out, I guess. I'm gonna test out like what having like big strength feels like. I'm gonna lift shit up just because I can. I might fucking pick up a couch and throw that shit outside. Right. I don't know. I've got all sorts of shit planned.
Yes.
That I'm gonna enjoy, not having a period. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Even,
Not wiping when you use the restroom.
Right?
Like,
Just
every
shake
time.
that shit
Just
off.
Wop. And
Like,
wash your hands and roll.
although I have specifics when I come back as a man. Like, if I can put a request, I need to be at least 6 foot. I would prefer to be 6'2".
So
Okay.
you could enjoy being tall too.
Yeah, well, because I'm really short. And let's be honest, I'm not trying to clown. Like, look, my husband is 5'6.5". He makes sure that I tell people that.
That half counts.
For him it does. Obviously, he needs every centimeter he can get. And I love my husband, but before him, I never dated anyone under 6 foot. So, 5'6.5". It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's harder for short dudes. Like, I totally acknowledge that. Like, it is.
Definitely.
So I'm not trying to spend my one day as a dude with it being harder. I need to come back with like good hair.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
it needs to be
Like a
fly.
good
I don't want
body.
to waste time at a barber
Right.
trying to cut my hair. Like, I don't need that, okay? I need to come back, like, I don't know, maybe with some light facial hair. I don't really know what I'm trying to look like. But I know I don't want to be busted.
I would want to see what that feels like.
Maybe,
Like,
yeah.
it doesn't have to be, like, full-grown, like bush.
ZZ Top. You don't
Yeah,
want one of those?
no,
Okay.
just a little facial hair.
Some
just
stubble?
just to feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I would be okay with that because we're only doing a day. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
any
exactly.
upkeep.
Like, I'm not going to have to
Oh my
shave
God.
it.
Do you know how excited I would be to be able to, like, get in the shower, wash my dick and balls, wash my armpits, wash my ass,
And
get
then
out,
get out.
put on some lotion, put on some deodorant, put on my clothes, and fucking leave the house.
you don't
Where I don't
have
have
to put on
to
makeup.
put on makeup, do my
Shave.
eyebrows, shave, like all of the things that I have to do in order to leave the house on a daily basis. And then figure out what I'm going to wear, because guess what, guys? I don't know if you realize this, we don't really give a fuck. Like, just make sure you match and don't look like you picked your shit up out the laundry hamper. Like,
Yeah.
it's not all wrinkled and it doesn't smell like ass, okay?
Exactly.
Like, spray on some cologne,
Yes.
match your shoes,
Yes.
your socks, put on your drawers, or not.
Or not, whatever.
I guess chafing is a thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would also
It
like to
depends
know
on
what
what
it
you
feels
wear.
like if you accidentally sat on your balls. I would like to know if I'm a dude.
You
Seriously.
want to be in pain for a little
I want to
bit.
feel it. I want to feel it because I need to know if they're being a bunch of little bitches.
I would I agree.
I need someone
I
to flick me
agree.
in the balls when I'm a dude.
Or
because
just, like, tap me down there and be like, am I
Yeah,
going
a
to
nut
really
tap.
fall over and,
a nut
like,
tap, right.
kind of throw up a little bit? Like, what
Right.
is that?
Yeah. And then I would like to go, like, play basketball, like dudes do, but I hope I'm good at. Well, first off, I am good at horse. So
Okay.
I would hope that
Right.
my horse skills
Are
maybe,
still
like,
top.
are good, but then I add in, like, defense and, like, actual, like, I can dribble, and I can actually play basketball, but I tend to foul just in general because I like to, because I'm a bad sport.
Yeah,
And
dirty
also,
player.
well, when I play, typically I just use my ass to back things up, but I'm pretty sure you can't do that as a guy, so I'm gonna have to learn a different
You'd be
technique.
like,
But I would like to actually play a sport as
Yeah.
a dude and see what, like, my body can do to take care of that. Sorry, I just killed a bug. Oh, that's the other thing. I would like to cut down a tree or something. Like, I would like to do some
yeah.
manly shit. Not that I can't do that now as a woman, but I would like to do it in a
How
man
does it
body.
feel with that big dick energy?
Right? That's the other piece. I better come back and have a big dick. Like, that shit had better be like
Just hanging.
8 inches. Like, I better almost sit on my balls, have to readjust, like, my dick all the time. Like, I need to know if that is a real thing.
Make sure every girl knows you're readjusting your
Right?
dick.
And then I'm going to make eye contact every time I do it. Not creepy eye contact. Just like, hey, what's up, mama? Like, the sad part is clearly I have this all planned.
Clearly. One of these
It's not that I
days.
don't love being a woman, guys, but I
Sometimes
clearly
you just want to know. I'm pretty
just
sure dudes
think
would
it's easier.
have a freaking time being a female
What do you
for a
think?
day.
dudes-
They would love it.
Well, is there anything that I didn't name that you would like to do as a dude?
really, because that's like everything that guys do. That,
Right?
Like women don't really get to have that feeling. Definitely, just standing up to pee and then just whopping it out,
Right?
not having to use so much toilet paper.
I know. Or just none at all. I mean, that's amazing. Well, what do you think guys would do? Okay, first off,
basically the
just,
same.
I don't know if they would do any of that. To tell you the truth, I think maybe what guys would do is probably just lay in the bed and like just touch titties all day.
They'll waste their day.
And then they might
totally
might
wouldn't.
try to like cook something if they aren't
They
cookers.
wouldn't do that.
You don't think so?
No, I think they would like totally go out and try to like catch them a man's.
Oh
and see what
yeah,
that
they
feels.
would
But just
probably
to get
wear
the
high
attention,
heels and like
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Just
Mhm.
to get the attention and go out with the girls.
Oh God, can you imagine though how terrible it would be though? Because if you're a dude, okay, so I think it would be easier for girls to go into a guy's body because like you don't have to wear any makeup. But imagine a poor guy being a girl
Oh,
for a
man.
day
They didn't
and not
even think
having
about-
any
yeah.
skills. So you're over here trying to put this
looking
makeup on, and
busted. Maybe they should, because then they'd understand how rough it is.
wouldn't
It's like,
that be
bruh.
amazing?
Be like,
for
yeah,
one
it's
day?
not so sweet, is it?
No,
like,
they would come out, everyone's makeup would just be so jacked, and you would be like, oh, you're trying out the female for the day version. Aren't you sweet? Yeah, hot shit show.
how long did
Oh
that
my
take
God.
you? Exactly.
They're over here watching, they spent half their day as a woman watching YouTube videos trying to put this shit on. Not figuring it out at all.
That would be perfect.
Oh my God. Oh, the best. And then, of course, them trying to walk in high heels and
Yeah.
stuff would just be
Them in high heels
amazing.
and like putting a bra on.
Oh my God.
And like a thong or
Oh
like
my God.
butt cheeks.
Well, and the funniest part is I really think that as if we were to go from women to men, that we would be so equipped to like take off the clothes too of the women that we're trying to sleep with because
Yeah.
we do it all the time.
Right.
Like I can
They'd be
understand
like,
there would
oh.
be zero fumbling with a bra. Like we got that bug on lock. Like you know what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
We would be the smoothest
Most definitely.
men ever. Right? Because I know what a lady wants to hear.
Yeah, you're not gonna go out there and try to grab a random person's
No,
hand.
I'd
Why
be
would I
like,
do that?
why don't you tell me about yourself? What are your
Yeah.
interests? Like, I mean, oh my God,
Tell me
I would
about
make
your
the best.
family and your friends. Be like, oh my God, I'm
Right?
totally giving him the panties.
Exactly, man. I would just—they'd be throwing them at me. I might have to sign them so I could keep track. I mean, just one day,
Yeah, such an eventful day. I love
right? It would be the best day
Yeah.
ever.
Just to feel that dick energy.
Yep, but man, now I'm sad.
I'll never catch you. Maybe some
Maybe a
weird
genie.
lightning will come out and
We'll be like, shh.
yeah.
But what if we could never get back?
Mm.
I don't know.
I wouldn't want. I don't know.
I don't think I'd want to be a dude forever.
No.
There's too much responsibility. I mean, not that we don't have a ton of responsibility
Yeah,
too.
I'd rather deal with my own.
Yeah, I'd
as a
rather. I'm
female.
used to this. Plus, I
Yeah.
don't get to wear makeup,
Yeah, exactly. Like
and makeup in our clothes are
well,
fun.
they can.
I mean, they can, but it's not fun like ours.
Yeah, exactly.
I would much rather. Yeah, just for one day. I'll do it for one day.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
I would be satisfied with a day, just
Right.
to get the feel, and then be like, all right, I'm done. I'm
Right.
done.
I do really want to know what it feels like though when you get like flicked or nut tapped because
Yeah.
I really feel like Nate is being a big ass drama queen. I was like, stop acting like it hurts like that
for
much.
real. Like,
stop
chill
it.
out, chill out.
'Cause, you know,
It's like,
I think
I'm
it's
gonna
funny
throw
to nut
up.
tap.
I'm like, okay, do it.
And I'm
then.
like, well, they're all rolling
Show
around.
me.
So, side note, Vivica accidentally like kicked Rory in the nuts, and it was the first time. And of course, you know, they always give me a hard time saying Rory's my favorite, but he's my only boy, you know. So
Right.
I gotta watch out for my
Yeah.
buddy. But it was the first time like he had really gotten racked in the nuts, man.
Ooh.
And this fool went down, and he went down so bad his ass was crying. And Vivica was like, "Oh man, I feel bad," but then she starts laughing because she's an evil little demon beast. And I was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Shh."
Oh.
She kicked me in the nuts. And I was like, oh, I was like, Vivica, you know, and she was like, well, and she was like, he shouldn't have walked in front of me. And I was like, okay, like your foot just doesn't come up and connect with a fool. Like, you know, I was like, oh my gosh. So, you know, I was like, you don't get to kick him in the nuts. That's not okay, you know. And, and she was like, you always care about Rory. But I felt so bad. And so, of course, Nate starts laughing, which I was not expecting that. And I was like, dude, why are you laughing? He was like, laughing? Oh, that's the first time he got wrecked. And I was like, well, I was like, does it really hurt like that? And he was like, yeah. And Rory's like, that felt terrible. Aww. And I was like, and Nate says to me, his nuts probably haven't even dropped. And I said, what? Because I told you, I didn't even realize that nuts dropped. Like, I had no clue.
They keep dropping.
Well, and you told me that.
They keep going low.
So I forgot to ask my plastic surgeon, but I'm going to ask him if they do nut lifts. Because, you know, if breasts keep dropping, gravity gets there. So I need to know
if the skin, though. Like,
if nut lifts are a thing. They tack that up. But, I mean, I'm confused. I need to know. My plastic surgeon is just going to be like, I need you to leave my office. Like, you're getting weird.
Yeah, you're not.
He's like, who are you asking for? Whose nuts do you need lifted?
Don't worry about him.
No one's yet. Maybe Nate's in the future.
Don't worry about him.
Oh my God. Yeah, nut lifts. I don't know. Sorry. Maybe those are things I shouldn't say out loud.
Yeah, like.
My bad. I feel like a lot of the things that we say on this podcast are probably things that shouldn't say out loud. Maybe we should rename our podcast to Things You Shouldn't Say Out Loud.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Like when you see, like Theon brought up, when you see
Theon,
a child or a baby that's just unfortunate looking, you know. Not all babies are cute. Sorry.
You know what you have to do at that point? You say, oh, that is the cutest outfit ever. Mm-hmm. Because you have to say something about someone's baby.
Oh, the baby's outfit. I was like,
okay, and this is why she's not allowed around kids. She totally missed it.
I was like,
you have to say something about someone's baby when you see it for the first time. If you don't, if you are not a liar, you bring up something about the outfit. If the outfit is ugly, talk about how smooth the baby's skin is. Baby's skin is always smooth. There is a patch somewhere on that baby that says, oh gosh, they're just so soft. Oh, look at how little they are. Or look at how big they are already. I can't believe. Holy smokes. Tell me about your baby. I mean, don't hurt the parents' feelings. Now, listen, if you're a parent like me, though, I'll admit, when Rory came out, I thought, well, first of all, boy, I hope he doesn't get Nate's nose. Like, I 100% can admit that, because I was like, please, Lord Jesus, please. And I feel bad. Like, I wanted a healthy baby above all, you know, and then I was like, please don't get Nate's nose. I mean, his family's nose is aggressive, man. I mean, like, and then I have my features, and I've got really, like, my face is small, like, all these other people. So I was just picturing this small-faced kid with this giant-ass honker. And I was just like, oh, God. All right, so he didn't.
Yeah.
He does resemble my husband very much. Yeah. You know, he ended up with, like, my eyes and stuff, but that's pretty much it. So he came out, and that's what I looked at, and I was like, okay. Like, you know, but Rory was not the cutest baby. He had, like, this leaky, like, tear duct, and so his eye was always running. And, you know, people would be like, oh, he's so cute. And I was like, it's cool, but his eye keeps running, you know? I mean, I don't know. Like, my mom was talking about my brother, like, at one point as a baby. So when he was born, he was, like, almost 10 pounds. And he was 24 inches long. She said he looked like the skin was just spread over his body. She said he was the ugliest baby ever. It was like he had no fat on him. So it was just like this chicken wing, like a skinny ass chicken wing is what she called. And she remembers looking at him and thinking, boy, I sure hope he gets better looking because he is not good looking now. But she remembers saying that.
Here.
And yeah, so I mean, he was not good looking.
Yeah. Well, as a parent, you can say that, but you should, as a onlooker, you probably shouldn't be saying stuff like that. Like, as someone that's just viewing the baby, you can't just be like, yo, this baby.
Well, I think we swallow a lot of things that you have to think at work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's always like, oh my God, at work, some days I swallow, eat a dick, like 458 times a day. And real. I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Like, but I smile and I say, okay, I'll do it.
Why did you come to me when you can do this shit? Like, you have the capabilities to do this. Like, why are you bothering me? Why?
Yeah. I mean,
I was like, meh.
Well, and I think sometimes you want, like, sometimes, my daughter, who's 13, going on 14, will come out in an outfit. And she'll be like, does this look good? And a part of me wants to say, hell no. That looks like balls on a wall. I was like, it's just not a good look. But on one hand, I know that is a piece that, like, is in, and she's trying to express herself. And then on the other hand, I'm like, you're my kid.
Yeah.
So I struggle with, like, things you should say out loud as far as with, because I don't want to, like, break her. My daughter's really creative, and I'm not like that parent who's, like, just gonna let them do whatever, because sometimes I do talk crazy to their asses. But at the same token, like, I remember my dad said to me when I was singing in the car once, my dad's a dick, FYI, but he told me it sounded like two raccoons mating in the back of, like, a trash can, a metal trash can, when I was singing.
Oh.
And I never sang again in front of him. And I was like 12, and I actually don't have a terrible singing voice. Yeah. But I never, like, he broke my spirit over that. So I was like,
because you care about what your parents say. It's just
so
like,
oh my God. It's always like a thin line,
right.
to tread. So I'm like, oh God. But other times I'm like, just shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm a terrible parent. I mean, there's other things, I'm sure, other than just, like, saying things to kids.
Yeah.
Find us on your favorite platform at Cards with E&R. Like and subscribe on YouTube, and be sure to stream your favorite episodes on iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher. Now, back to the show.
Like, I mean, I know that I, like, I have a prime example that has been said to me multiple times, and I wanted to choke slam this biatch.
Oh God. Whew.
So
let's hear it. Let's get it.
I worked with this one lady, and she just could not reach. She had zero social intelligence, like, or emotional intelligence, like zero.
Yeah.
So I'm busty. But that means I have titties, and I have a smaller waist. But what that means is that my breasts often push out the front of my shirt, okay? Therefore, depending on the cut of the shirt and or dress, what's in my shirt right now? Oh, lighter. Sorry, guys. It's like something feels weird. But it pushes it out, and then depending on how it drapes, it can make things look bigger than what they are.
Right.
Why did this hoe come to me? Not once, but twice. In 3 months. No, 2 months. And ask me when I was due. Now, bitch, I done had my tubes tied. I don't look that fat. I will stab you in your face. And I said, oh, I'm not. I'm just fat. That's my response to that shit. Because you gonna try to say some uncomfortable shit to me, I'll just look back at your ass.
Exactly.
Because I don't play.
Yeah,
you don't ever ask anyone if they're pregnant.
Yeah.
Unless they are literally, there's
like
a leg
busting.
hanging out of their fucking vagina. That's the only time you ask someone if they're pregnant.
Yeah, I don't.
Would you like help with that?
People do that are just like, oh, it's
but
so
not once, but twice.
Yeah, that's messed
and
up.
I
She
told
did it
her
twice.
right after that, I said, I have had my tubes tied and burned.
So please stop asking, or you will get
like,
slapped.
and are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, this is how my body, and like the funniest part to me was like, okay, so you want to come and ask me that question? You heifer have very small breasts, but are built kind of like SpongeBob. Stand down.
Stand down.
Stand down. Don't come for me.
Do you still see her anymore?
No.
That was your old job?
She quit.
Oh, okay, good for her.
Yeah, she had to quit, or else she was going to get some passive-aggressive revenge. She was going to get some.
On us somewhere on her desk.
Something was going to end up pregnant on her face. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not playing. Maybe that's the stuff you think and shouldn't say out loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, well, that's another piece. So apparently I have a problem, like, with, I say joking threats, but at some point I probably need to think those and not say them.
Yeah, but as long as they laugh and you're like,
right.
Okay, bye.
But I don't think people
not
realize,
joking.
like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like level 58 crazy.
Like, don't worry.
But remember what I was talking about before when we were waiting, about how I do so much driving and
Yeah.
So earlier, I drive a lot for my job, and I have to drive through, like, rural Georgia and stuff. And I was telling Esther while I was driving, I had this crazy-ass thought. And then, of course, I go and say it out loud to Esther, so I'll share it with everyone. I was like, you know what I was thinking when I was driving? She was like, what? I was like, where I would, like, hide a body if I needed to. And she was like,
That's legit, though.
But there's so many places here that are, like, just farms that or houses that have been abandoned like 50 years and nobody has ever checked. And I thought, well, why not there? Why not there? How long is it going to take them? You know? And so these are the things I think when I'm on these 2-hour trips to a meeting in the middle of nowhere, you know, just driving and driving.
For real.
And then I was like, I probably shouldn't say that out loud. And then I did. And now we're recording
and now here
it.
we are.
Don't do that, guys. Don't kill people. Like, it's bad. And don't hide bodies in places that aren't going to be found. Like, just don't.
We watch too much.
praying for
that's too much crime.
Yeah, ID
TV,
channel.
So
I
you're
put me the
just
ID
like,
channel. Mm-hmm.
I could totally do that.
Right.
that
But
looks
I mean,
like a
that's
good
what
location.
I like, totally am thinking. And then I was always, and then I told her, I was like, do you ever drive past places and are like on the lookout for a body all the time? And I was like, then I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, I say these things all the time. And I was like,
all the
this is not okay.
Crime dramas and stuff. Like, you just like, man, go straight there.
Right.
And I also listen to like crime podcasts.
Oh,
sometimes
they're
I think
amazing.
About that. Yeah, so I'm just like, oh.
Well, there's like some that go through like my actual counties that I've dealt with. So I'm all like,
man, yeah,
what's
so you're
happening
just
there?
Always on the lookout.
So I'm like, ooh. Yeah. And there's some other things that you probably should think but not say out loud.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's plenty, like especially being around family.
Yeah.
You really have to hold your tongue around family.
Right.
Or just let it go. I don't know. Depends on what kind of mood you're in.
I mean, I think all of us sometimes have pervy thoughts too, and you probably shouldn't say those out loud. So, you know, control those.
Yeah.
Control those.
I have to, sometimes I do that, even with Theon, because I'm just like, sometimes I can be just so straight up rude AF in my mind, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that, though.
Well,
like,
I agree.
just have a moment, and I'm just, like, dead staring at Theon. My mind's like, go over there and stab him.
Yeah.
Or tell him just the most ruthless shit that
I
you
know.
just came
Isn't
up
that
with. And I'm like, no.
I'm the
I
same
have to
way.
live with him. I love him, but my mind's like, nah.
No, you
let's
don't.
tell
Not
him
today.
this.
Let's kill him.
Let's
kill him.
tell him this and cut him down. And it's
I know.
like, no, stop.
Sometimes our minds are on another level,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. You're just like, please don't.
Right?
Please don't hurt me.
Well, and I don't know if you do this, but sometimes I like, when I have to do a confrontation, I run through the whole scenario in my head, and I'm like, I'm going to tell her this.
Right.
I'm going to tell her that. I'm going to tell her this.
And then when it happens.
And then boom. Well, when it happens, sometimes it goes pleasantly one way, and I'm like, you know what? I
didn't even need
all
that.
of this. I'm a like I'm a woosah, like all of these things. And then other times it goes to the left real quick.
It's like, oh, I got
And
this
then-
plan B.
And then I come back and I'm like, well, damn, that didn't, you know, I probably shouldn't have said that. Like, I feel like sometimes I say a lot of like, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Definitely.
But then after it, I'm like, fuck it.
Exactly.
It was already said.
It's
Oh, well.
already done. And guess what? It was probably something that they needed to hear.
Well-
anyways.
Well, it's just like the toast that I do on New Year's.
Yeah.
I will admit that I did come back and tell the person that
You
I
were
told to pull the
nice.
stick out of their ass that that was uncalled for.
Yeah.
That probably should have been something I thought and not have said.
Yeah.
But
You know, at least you apologize. You were good about it.
does he need to pull the stick out of his ass? Yes. Okay.
Or like when someone you know like tells you that they're pregnant or they're expecting, and you're just like, but I know your life, and you should not be doing either of this. And you're just like, oh, like you just have to. Like recently, someone told me that they were pregnant, and I was like, let me hold my tongue because you tell a little bit too much, and I know about your life and your situation, and you know a baby is not the best right now.
Right.
It is not gonna help you, boo. But you know,
I wonder what the world would be. So there's that show that's coming out now where that girl can hear. I don't remember. Is it Ingrid's Playlist or something like that?
what?
It's being advertised on one of the regular channels. One of the kids had it on. But apparently she can hear people's thoughts. So can you imagine what that would be like? I'm telling you that
It would be a shit wreck.
Oh, first of all, I don't want anybody in my head
Nobody,
because
yeah.
my head is up. Like, especially when I'm at work,
Yeah, you do not.
you do not want
crawl in
me
here.
in my head. Like, or like, because I'm either brainstorming new ways to do something in a different way than what you're telling me to do it, or I'm thinking that something that you're telling me to do, I don't want to do.
Exactly.
Or like I'm thinking about what I need to do that night. Like I'm not focused on you
Yeah.
because my ADD is hardcore. Like, or I'm just being a dick. Like, let's just be
yes,
honest.
that's
Like, I mean,
basically what
I'm
it
a
was like.
dick a lot of times. Like in general, I would if we had to break it down to percentages of the day. Just 24 hours, I would say of those, I'm probably awake, like 18 or something, because I don't fucking sleep. I can't do math.
Yeah.
So of those 18 hours, I'm probably a dick like freaking 14 of them.
17.
Oh shit!
17
Esther
and a
said. Well, the only reason I was giving myself like 14 was because I figured I was in meetings for the other two, and I can't be a dick. Like I have to not be a dick for those like 4 hours. I said other two. Can't do math. Fuck. You guys, I was actually really good in math. I don't know where somewhere along the lines I sucked at math. Yeah, but 17. All right, so 17 of the 18 hours. I'm a dick. The 1 hour where I'm not a dick is when I'm drinking coffee by myself at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Leave me the fuck alone.
Just like getting my life together.
Right?
In the morning is like the best. I'm just
It
like,
really is. But God, if someone is in my head, I will have. Will you be my friend? You'll be my only friend. That's it. No one else will be my friend. Oh my God, I will have no friends. I'll be like, Rachel's a bitch.
I don't think
I think
anybody would be friends.
but not only
'cause
that-
people think, I mean, a lot of people, it's all about control though, because there's people that word vomit and like whatever they think comes out. And
Right.
It's like, ugh. But I mean, I think, we've trained ourselves enough.
Do you?
And it's all in my head. And if you go up there, you're not going to be happy.
No. But do you think anyone would be surprised with your thoughts?
It depends on the study. Like at work, yes, because they think
Okay.
I'm an angel.
Oh, you are so damn fake. Like, this is the funniest. Like, everyone at work knows I'm the devil. Like, they know it, so at least it wouldn't be a surprise. It is what it is.
At this shop, when I was working at the hospital, oh man, I was a total shit wreck bitch. So,
But, Esther reinvented herself. Good for you, girl. I need that. I need a new image.
this office is too small, so I can't. Like, they think I'm an angel.
Oh,
And
she's
I'm like,
a
oh,
sweet one.
Y'all don't even.
No, they don't know. She ain't sweet. I mean, she is. She's like a Sour Patch Kid,
Yeah.
but more sour.
More sour.
And patchy.
And then there's like 2 seconds of sweet, and you're like, oh.
I feel like we both have 2 seconds, baby.
It's like, oh, okay, there it was.
And it's
And
gone.
sour.
And meh. Well, I think people would be surprised to figure out that I am I'm like a major perv. Like, I think people who know me know that, but like, I don't think people who don't know me that well
Right.
would be like, oh,
They'd be like,
girl,
oh.
you ain't got the nastiest mind, like the nastiest mind.
Yeah.
And I would be like, I mean,
Yes.
sorry, what's up?
What do you
that-
think?
I mean, that's what's up.
Did you enjoy any of that?
I mean,
you want
hey.
to talk about any
I mean,
of that?
I'm really like, and not only that, on the flip side, so if you can hear my thoughts, and then I'm hearing everyone else's thoughts. Ooh. Do you
Yeah.
have any idea? I made the fatal mistake of going to the gas station at lunch, which serves okay, I had to get gas and I needed a few other, I needed a soda and whatever. So
Right.
I went to the gas station that has a Subway, and it has this Chinese restaurant and the liquor store.
Right.
I was in my work midi skirt, whatever, but it was form fitted with, oh my God, girl. I was like,
If you
listen.
coulda heard
No,
them thoughts.
well, I'm going to tell you right now, I bought this skirt from Amazon. Do you know what I'm writing on the reviews?
What?
Listen, if you need a
The
skirt,
thirst trap.
yes, that is legit where I'm going with this shit. It is amazing. That's what I'm going to put for it. Yes, because
Thirsty.
it wasn't
We got
me.
this.
It wasn't
Yeah.
me. But if you need it,
Yeah.
get this skirt because it was insane. It was like, ma'am, miss. Hey, excuse me. I was like, listen. I'm about to
please
get
don't.
stop.
Yeah,
Just stop. It's the skirt. It's not me. You really don't want to holler at this. I am a straight up lunatic.
You will not be happy.
No. In fact, I found a barn driving through my. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I have the perfect place.
Meet me there. Meet me there. How much money you got? You got life. First, take out this life insurance policy.
Exactly.
My name
In my
is.
name.
I'm
Yes.
just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Just kidding.
But that can be accomplished with some alcohol.
Right.
Meeting
Much
meeting
easier with
people,
alcohol to
talking.
get someone to take out a life insurance
Exactly.
policy and put me as their beneficiary.
Exactly. Just give them a couple shots. Be like, hey.
Yeah. So do you? Because I know that you are not necessarily, and I want to use friendly, but that's the word I'm going to use. The most friendly person without
Right.
alcohol. Are you
Right.
friendlier with alcohol?
I would say so.
Okay.
I'm very, well, I've said, I'm very touchy. I get very little
You
touchy.
are a molester.
I am.
Esther the molester with alcohol.
I get very touchy. I'm open
But only
up more.
if she likes you. Now,
Yeah.
if you come for her, she will
Yeah. Oh,
molest
yeah.
you with her fisticuffs. You can catch one to the throat and or
Wow.
balls. Pop, pop.
Mostly balls.
Yeah.
I go for balls.
Yeah, because apparently they'll drop them like they're hot. Yeah. That is a
I like
big difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because I mean, even Ashley would tell you, just meeting me, I have resting bitch face, so
facts.
everybody thinks I hate everything.
She does.
And then when you get a couple drinks in me, I'm like,
Yeah, it's like a whole different, like the shell cracks open.
Right.
It's like the flower
like,
that blooms every 10 years, and you're like,
yeah.
oh
And
my gosh, there it is.
they're mostly not ready for it.
No, no
They're
one
like,
is.
Yo, chill.
Right? We're like,
Who's
we
this
didn't see that
newbie?
coming.
You're like,
Right.
Yeah, it's all thanks to alcohol.
Yeah. Well, we all know when I get alcohol in me, it pretty much goes downhill.
There's a limit.
Yeah. Well, see, so I'm good as long as we like pace me.
Right.
And we always, and I'm, and it's so unfortunate because I'm just, like, everyone always has to watch out for me. Did Rachel eat? Do we have food? What's she doing? Does she have water? And I'm like, guys, and the saddest part is I'm the oldest. So out of our group, so, you know, I should probably be not the smartest, but the most seasoned at this. But apparently I'm just a hot shit show. So, you know, so things that are accomplished easier with alcohol for me pretty much are just falling. I fall a lot easier.
Right.
The falls they come faster. The ground comes to my face quicker.
You know what? And then
I bounce up faster.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I am really good at falling when I am drunk. Like if you blink, you might miss that mug because my cat-like reflexes will just bounce me right back up. And then I will recognize that I have fallen. And I'll be like, we need to get the hell out of here. It is time to evacuate the dance floor because I am embarrassed. And that is still a good sign. Now, if I've fallen and I can't get up and I'm just resting like a broken doll on the side of the sidewalk, it's time to call the Uber.
Very much time.
You know, so falling is easier with alcohol.
Or doing like embarrassing things like karaokeing and stuff.
Have I done that? Not yet.
Not us.
No, but yeah, karaoke.
Like that's why bars have a lot of karaoke stuff.
I love though other people's drunk karaoke.
Me too.
It is my favorite thing
great.
to watch, especially
Definitely.
when they do like the weave and then the timber.
Ooh, yes.
The weave and timber is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know you lose your inhibitions.
Yeah, like it's just easier to get in front of strangers and
Right.
do just something that could be potentially embarrassing, but you're too drunk
Because you
to
just
care.
give no F's.
Exactly.
You know, gymnastics. People feel like they're
People
very
think
limber.
that they can all of a sudden do a backflip.
So, yeah. So my husband thought one day he had some alcohol in him at a barbecue and decided that he could do what he thought was a cartwheel, which turned out to be a front frickin' handspring that he did not land, FYI. Like, we heard crack-a-lack-a-pops.
Oh, no.
And we were all like, were you not there? Was that Nick?
No.
Nick's? Okay. So... But he, like, basically busted his knee and couldn't, like, he couldn't PT. Y'all, he's in the military. Like, he couldn't PT for, like, 2-3 weeks. Like, he was struggling because he decided to do a front handspring instead of a cartwheel
And
because
wallop
he
his
thought
knee.
he was, it was like pop. And we were all like, that was a bad idea. Like, we see
But
these
he probably
all the
didn't
time.
even feel it.
No, he
For a
tried. He
little while.
got up and he walked it off like he was like, "I'm good, I'm good, I'm good." We all know he was dying. He was just embarrassed.
If only you could have read his thoughts at that moment.
Correct. That would have been brilliant. He was like,
"Why
"That was the
fuck did I do
stupidest
that?
thing ever."
I'm so embarrassed. Oh my god.
Right? Oh my god!
Can we
I just
now?
want to, but I can't. I can't. And he had on that. He had on what Rhonda likes to refer to as the Mr. Pooh outfit because it was like an all brown outfit, and I was like, "Oh no, this is bad."
He's gonna go. He went to the bathroom and cried.
He probably did. He probably did. Yeah. Alcohol. Things that are easier with alcohol. I think guys have an easier time approaching girls.
Oh, definitely. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
because
you
I think some of my favorite
You just get that
approachments are
courage.
when they get the liquid courage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like the one guy who was like so positive that I was not the ethnicity I am. That was funny.
That was hilarious. You shook his life.
I sure did. I mean, he about fell over.
And the two girls were like, "We told you she was white."
I know, and he was swearing up and down that was not the case. He was so confused. I mean, it was very confusing.
He was shook.
He was. And then some of the other, they get, alcohol helps you with that. I think some people play sports better with alcohol. I bowl better when I'm drunk than I do the first round. Okay, when I start sober, shit is terrible. I mean, but when I am drunk, I am on fire. Don't come for me. I could join a league.
Right.
Like, I am that good.
Oh snap! We gotta go bowling.
We should go bowling. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm good when I'm drunk. But first let's pregame.
Yeah.
Like-
so we could start.
Well,
good.
actually, you know, if you guys want to win, you should not let me pregame. Like, that's all I'm saying. Because, like, you see how competitive I am? I'm all like,
how do we want to play this?
Exactly. Listen, I'll even let you little guys have bumpers if you want.
Oh, stop, girl.
I'm just saying.
Too old.
I'm just saying.
No, I take my gutter balls, as they call them. I don't care.
There's going to be a lot.
I suck.
I'm just playing.
I've been emboldened forever.
What else are things that are easier accomplished with that? I think for me, and we've talked about this before, having tough conversations are easier accomplished.
Exactly.
But
I was about to say, like,
I feel
emotional
terrible.
stuff.
But, well, because I naturally am silly.
Yeah.
So then having that conversation, it just, my poor kids, God, listen, thank God I have health insurance and it pays for, like, mental health.
Yeah.
Because I'm effing them up. I'm effing them up, guys.
Well, at least you have that option, because most people don't get that. Most kids do not get that option.
Well, listen, if you need resources, I can help you find them.
Yeah.
Hit us up on our page. I legit have access to the resources. I will help. I promise. I promise.
But yeah, definitely like hard conversations. Which ideally you don't want to be like smashed, but like just like a couple of shots to take the edge off is like.
Wait, so if you're breaking up with someone, should you drink beforehand or should you have a drink for them?
Well, definitely before.
So you should drink. Should you have like
Maybe
shots lined up for them? So you're like, here, I've got this platter of shots. Let's take one together. I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Here, take another one.
And let me tell you,
this isn't working out. I think you're really great, but not for me.
Third shot.
Get the fuck out.
And I'm finishing the rest.
Correct. Hey, you know what? Maybe just cut this audio.
Yeah.
And then just align the shots. Done. We just broke up with your people for you. You don't have to do anything. You know what? That's a service we should offer. You don't want to break up with your people? You don't want to do any hard work? That's fine.
This
I'm a total dick.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? I will do it. Esther said,
them?
So just catch me in my 17 hours a day. What
Yeah.
do you want me to tell somebody something mean? All right.
We got you.
God, I kind of feel bad. All right. Well, this must be my like half of an hour where I don't feel bad. I need backstory though, because I live off from the drama. So you'll have to tell me like the drama. But I will totally
Legit.
call somebody and be like,
Yeah,
I think you are the scum of the earth,
Yes.
says Michelle, and I need you. I'm not ever going to tell. Here's the rule. So we're not ever going to tell someone to kill themselves. That's terrible. But we could tell them to, I don't know, eat an expired cheesecake and get diarrhea.
Oof.
Like something like that. Like something that's going to, you know, make their asshole bleed or something, or, you know, make them just miserable. But
yeah,
no
exactly.
killing themselves. Like I don't believe
Yeah.
in that. Like we're not that terrible.
No.
We're horrible people, but not
Not
that horrible.
Yeah, we're not.
We have an
Momo.
like what's the word? We have loose morals. But they're not zero morals.
Yeah, exactly. We have
There you go.
couple that
We have a
like,
code of conduct.
Yeah. Okay.
She said,
That changes on whims.
with alcohol.
With alcohol.
apparently. You know, it's easier to also, like, when I start out the night with my clothes, it's easier to not give a fuck about how tight my Spanx is by the end of the night with alcohol either.
Because it's just like, whatever. Can't even feel it.
So, like, at the beginning of the
anymore.
night, I'm like, oh, God, I really need to, like,
Right.
suck in and feel like, you know, I'm all put together towards
Yeah.
the end of the night. Girl, I did not care. I did
like,
not care.
whatevs,
Like,
know?
yeah. So
You get
that's
what you
easier with
get.
alcohol. Just a little messy
Yeah.
towards the end. A little bit.
Yeah, hot man.
Easier with alcohol. I think it's probably easier to quit your job with alcohol if you have to.
It's legit.
I quit it.
I
I mean, yeah. I don't know. What other things? I think golf. Golf is a game. So I used to play in Arizona, and I would golf with a bunch of guys. And I have the shittiest wife. As the longer I listen to myself, I realize I'm kind of a shitty wife. It's all good. But I used to golf with a bunch of guys after we got married, and I asked Nate if he wanted to go, and he in his, like, in my defense, he said no. So I was like, all right, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
So they were all just guy friends. Nate says you can't have guy friends because they always want to screw you. I don't know if that's true. I feel like this might be a Theon thing that he has to chime in on, but we'll find out. I don't know if it's true, but I would go golfing with them, and the best part about golfing was the drinking and the driving the golf cart.
Yeah.
Yes, because I would tear that thing up.
Yeah.
But so I'm better golfing when I'm drunk, because when I'm not drunk, oh my
Yeah.
God, like I'm concentrating too hard. My boobs would get in the way. Like when I'm drunk, I'm
It's
just loose
hot,
and I'm ready
yeah.
to go.
Right.
You know,
'Cause you gotta
so
be a little loose
yeah,
on that,
yeah.
on that swing.
So I'm much better golfing that way.
I remember when I used to work out at the private club, like I was,
work out drunk? Hold on, this is amazing. I'm down.
I was dog sitting one of the people's at their house, and they had a golf cart.
Yes, I love where this is going.
But it was at night, and I was like, you know what, F it, let's like go out
Tear
on
it
this
up.
ride. Like me and my friend went out there. She worked out there too, so I was like, let's just roll out. I know a shortcut. We'll like cut in, cut out, like 10, 15 minutes. My ass got lost because I was too drunk. It's not properly lighted out there, so I missed the little tiny ass turn, the side. Oh, and then there's bats out there.
What
So
happened?
while I was full speeding, and we didn't have the front cover on.
no, what
A
happened?
bat came in and flew in our faces. It was the wildest shit ever. And I was like, was that a fucking bat? I was like, what even happened? She was like, oh
Wait,
my
did you
God.
get bat slapped?
Yes. Yes. And then we put the shield up. We were like, all right, lesson learned. I didn't know that a bat would fly so damn low. Like, that
my
shit,
God.
like, whopped me in
Oh my
the
God. Well, you
face.
guys,
And then
was
it fell in
probably
her
eating
lap.
on the ground or something, and you like
And
scared
we
the
scared
shit
it.
out of it. And it was like in football
I have
training.
never. I was like, I'm too lit for this. You're like, we need to get.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
I was like, I have too lit.
So apparently things that are
Dark.
accomplished
Yeah.
easier with. So is it getting bat slapped? Then is that what's
Just,
easier?
you might be in a position to get bat slapped. It was the craziest day. It was the craziest night ever. I was like, wow, I've never. It was hard too. I was like, and blinded. I was like,
I so wish that I could have seen that.
I wish there was video on that. There's probably like secret cameras out there anyways. There's probably a security guard pissing his pants, laughing at us two like girls out there drunk as fuck, getting hit by a bat.
So my bio dad lived on a golf course, and when we used to have to visit him in the summer, he was like a grounds taker or whatever, caretaker for the golf
Grounds
course.
taker, does he take him down?
Listen,
Yeah.
this bitch might be a little bit drunk
The
right now.
Undertaker.
You guys, I've been up since 3:30. I've had like 7 bites of Theon's lasagna. That's not code for anything.
good.
Theon made lasagna.
So
like,
good.
okay, yeah. And then 3
Delicious.
bites of like pizza or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm struggling. But yeah, so he would take care of like the golf course,
Right.
but he would also have to like store the golf carts. So when we were like 12, I had been 12 and my brother was like 10. We stole the golf carts at night.
Yeah.
Because he had gone out to the bar.
Yeah, so it's
You
like,
know. So left us there alone in this shack. I mean, it was basically a shack of a house. I mean, it was like a 2-bedroom shack. And so we were like, screw this, man.
Yeah.
So we found the keys and we just tore that shit up. I mean,
Heck
we went
yeah.
down the hills, like doing donuts and shit. And it was the most amazing time ever
Agreed.
until the next morning.
I bet. He probably
Then
whooped somebody.
we got in so much trouble.
I bet.
And we were just like, I had no
Whoops.
regrets. I had no regrets. I mean, there's no words. There's none.
None.
There's no
Right.
words.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I would have done it all over again.
Exactly.
And if I'm given the opportunity, so I wanted to buy the kids a mini bike for Christmas, and I got vetoed because Nate said we wouldn't use safety. Facts. When we rode on the road.
Yeah, no.
I mean, golly, thanks a lot, Captain Safety Officer. Like, of course I'm not going to use safety protocols. We're going to haul ass on that thing, and
Right.
people are going to wipe the fuck out when it'll be all right. We're like, we'll wear helmets and shit. It'll be okay. Like, but people are going to get road rash. It's
Right.
like, it'll be all right, dude.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got vetoed on it. But just no fun.
Just buy a golf
Maybe
cart.
he needs things. You know, I want a Polaris, but
What's that?
that's like the souped up golf cars. But they're like, why is a Polaris more than a damn car?
What?
Yeah, they're like $8,000.
How fast can you go?
Like 45 miles an hour. Like, I should be able to drive my damn Polaris to work. But
For
I found
real?
out, do you want to know what I found out though?
What?
We have a Polaris at work. And
What?
apparently I'm allowed to have the keys. And they told me that the other day to go to the other campus. So I was like, you guys are screwed. I have no reason
don't know what you
I have
just
no
did.
reason to go to the other campus, but I can cut through the woods just
yeah.
because. So I was like, oh, I'm about to get up in this mug. Like, they don't know. So it's finally gotten colder.
Yeah.
I might just for shits and giggles can tear it up. Like, I probably will.
Oh my god.
And then I'm just gonna park it and pretend like I didn't do it
Right.
when it's fucked up. Like, I'm gonna be, and you know, there's still people who believe that I'm very innocent and sweet.
Right.
So they just, I don't know what they're looking at. Like, they must be looking through a Facetune filter. Like, that's the only fucking thing I can think. Like, they're like
play off
eyeballs
that,
are a
though. Be like,
Facetune
yes.
filter. Like, I would be like, I would never do that. Like, I don't even know how to drive it. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I found out I have
totally
access to
effed
that.
it up.
I am gonna go ramping in my like business suit over some
Yes.
shit, and I'm just gonna be like, I have no business doing any of this, but I'm going to anyway.
This is me.
Well, when you stick me in the office when that is not really my role,
Yeah.
at this point, that's where I'm going with it.
You should.
I'm gonna drive the Polaris around with no purpose.
None. Well, I mean,
I need to pick up
just gonna get some
something
fresh air.
from I need to get something way over there. Wait, just way. Someone said, "Oh, your phone's ringing." Someone
Bye.
needs you,
Don't look after me.
right? Don't search for me. I have no
Right.
reception. My phone
Yep.
is off. I'm
Boom.
missing. File a missing persons report. I'll be back. Like, see you later.
Don't call.
I'm not taking sick leave and/or annual leave for this
Right.
either. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
That'd
gonna
be
end up
great.
fired. So I'm gonna enjoy my last day while I can. At least.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck it. So terrible.
Take it out for a joyride.
Right.
You should totally video that. Rip through the trees.
Should I put the GoPro on?
Hell yeah.
Like right here?
And just
Oh, well, did I ever tell you one time I did go like ATVing or whatever, and we had a 4-wheeler, and this was again with my bio dad, who like just has no business like being a father, which good because he wasn't really. Oh, sad
Bird.
facts. Meh. It's all good. I got a great stepdad who's my dad. But he basically let us ride 4-wheelers, but didn't give us any instructions. So I didn't know that, you know, if you go up over a hill, you better hold on to that shit because you will go
Right.
flying over that thing. Didn't realize that until I almost did. So yeah, I almost died off from a 4-wheeler because of course, you know, I have zero chill.
right.
So I go from 0 to 100.
Right.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness I didn't die and I held tight grip.
Legit.
Bloody hell. I think we've satisfied the card.
We've satisfied
We're all over the
them.
place. I am. Esther's always focused.
Yeah. All right, guys. We will talk to you next week.
Bye.